What's going on, guys? Welcome back. More NFL commentary. Please do me a favor, take a moment, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, shutdown safety. Taking a look at a proposed trade. Buffalo Bills, Kiko Alonso, Philadelphia Eagles, LeSean McCoy, and I love this trade. I really do for both teams. It's a super interesting, complex trade, a larger market team, a smaller market team, and I think it shows who watches football and who watches game film and doesn't. I think there's a lot of people that just see the face value of a trade like this and look at a top 50 all-time Eagle player being traded for a linebacker they may not know much about, and that probably goes for some commentators in this community. I will say, having worked in Philadelphia a number of years, obviously knowing how passionate those fans are, it's got to be difficult when you look at your alumni in terms of top 50 all-time, which most certainly LeSean McCoy belongs in, and you look at players also on that list like Trent Cole and Deshaun Jackson, so freshly removed, to not just see great players, but really fan-favorite players walk out the door, be traded away so closely together, it really does devastate a fan base. This trade, though, has risk and reward, in my opinion, for both sides. You know, Kiko is one of the most promising inside linebackers in the game. He's coming off an ACL tear. LeSean McCoy has proven he can be a huge part of an offense, but he is aging. He's got a monster contract set to make about $10 million a year. There's some rumors that he may want an extension. You know, to put a positive spin on this up front, though, if both players stayed healthy, I think Kiko has an easy 6 to 7 more productive years than McCoy does, not just by position, but also by age. Decent halfbacks in this league are becoming easier to come by, and that's not to say that Shady's, boxed in with decent halfbacks, but I think you can find a serviceable backup to replace him in Philadelphia. I know that the Eagles have Sproles, but I don't think that he can carry the load himself. Obviously, the Eagles do not have a shot at DeMarco Murray, but obviously when you look at him testing the free agent market, I think we're about to kind of see a true measuring point for halfback contracts, and personally, I think we're going to be shocked at what that market value may be, and that it probably will be less than we all expect. The great part of this is, especially for the Bills, this is a team that has struggled at halfback for some time. You think about McGahee, Travis Henry falls apart, they lose control of Marshawn Lynch. Yes, for UC Hawks fans, it is the same Marshawn Lynch, and they've worked so long at the CJ Spiller, Fred Jackson combo, but, whether it's the health of the production, it's not really panned out. One concern I do have is that McCoy seems to need space. I think your best bet to get that space is kind of a deep threat quarterback that can keep defenses out of the box, and I don't know that the Bills have that right now. The other concern would be, I remember Rex Ryan, I don't want to say took a gamble, but when you look back at it, did get Tomlinson late in his career. It soured very quickly, and I know that we all probably don't have the best memories of LT in New York. However, I don't want to say that this is the same situation. It's most certainly not, but it is a very similar scenario. With Kiko Alonso, it's hard for me to quantify how good of a player he really is. The stats look good. 159 tackles, 4 picks, 2 sacks from the inside position, but the guy is beyond all over the field. You can see it on film. You can really see it in his assisted tackles. And, last year, if he spent time in the film room learning, he really could be a problem. He could make an impact and go down and lure with Philadelphia like the Seth Joiners and the Chuck Bednareks, because he already looked like one of the most instinctual players I've seen. He's going to bring a range and an instinct that the Eagles have lacked, and he also builds on a pretty good core right now with Barwin and Kendricks. So in short, it's a trade that has the ability to help both teams solidify very important positions that they've worked years on. They've rotated a lot of players in and out to achieve, and I think that's why both sides should ultimately be happy with what's happened here, even though short term it probably will upset both fan bases, rightfully so. I'd love to know your opinions on it. Appreciate you checking this video out. I'll be back in the week with more content.